Hello, my name is Carlos and I'm the Learning and Development Officer at PJ Care. Today I'm going to read for you Fire Safety Part 1, Understanding Fire Hazards. Learning objectives. By the end of this course, you will be able to define the elements of the fire triangle, understand how a fire is caused, and identify what are the main fire hazards at PJ Care. Why is this training important? If a fire occurs, it has the potential to kill. Lives will be lost. This includes our residents, staff, and visitors. It can destroy the property and poses a risk to the wider community. Policies and procedures. Fire safety policies and procedures must be followed at all times across all sites. PJ Care are represented by an external health and safety organization called C&C Consulting. Their contact details can be found on the Health and Safety Executive poster displayed at all sites, along with internal staff responsible for individual sites. You can find PJ Care Policy for Fire Safety in the last section of this course. What is fire? Fire is a chemical reaction producing smoke, heat, and flames. It produces dangerous and toxic gases, which are the most common cause of death in a fire. It causes confusion and could make it difficult to find your way out of a building. It damages property and it causes injury or death. The fire triangle. A fire needs three elements. The triangle of fire. 1. Oxygen. 2. Heat. And 3. Fuel. Materials such as wood, cardboard, fabrics, oils, and chemicals. By taking one of these elements away, the fire will be extinguished. Common causes of fire. Most common causes of fire in our organization are smoking and smoking materials, poor use of electrics such as overloading sockets, daisy chaining extension leads, or inappropriate storing and use of batteries. Poor storage, for example, storing things on radiators or near electricals. Oils such as cheap fat. And oxygen misuse. Let's see all these common causes of fire in more detail. First, smoking and smoking materials. Some staff, residents, and visitors at PJ Care smoke. Smoking is a cause of fire mainly when cigarettes are not disposed of correctly. Cigarette butts must only be disposed of in specific ashtrays and must never be disposed in general waste bins, as they are full of combustibles and can cause a fire. Smoking is only permitted outdoors in designated smoking areas. Poor use of electrics. To reduce the risk of electrical fire, all sites should have a portable appliance test pad procedure in place. Turn off electrical equipment such as hoist chargers, sockets when not in use, and do not turn off residents' clinical equipment. Report any concerns to maintenance. Do not use faulty equipment. Avoid long-term use of extension cables and never daisy chain. Do not pass cables over heat sources, as this is the perfect fire triangle. You can see in these images below examples of electrics in bad condition, tangled cables or daisy chain, and cables going over heat sources. Poor storage. Inappropriate storage poses a risk of fire as some materials or equipment are combustibles and can ignite a fire. For example, cardboard boxes near radiators or electrical points. Cluttered spaces increase the risk of fire spreading and are difficult to extinguish. Tidy spaces make evacuation easier. Cooking and oils. Oils are mostly used and produced in the kitchen when cooking. These heat up quickly and can cause a fire if not used correctly or left unsupervised. Toasters must be used under supervision only for bread, not with butter or any filling on it. Empty the crumbs often as well. 45% of fires in care homes are caused by cooking and cookers, 15% by kitchen appliances, and 12% are smoking related. And oxygen. Oxygen plays a major part in the spread of fire. Our units have oxygen on them and is a potential elevated risk to spread of a fire. Remember, oxygen is a third of the fire triangle and supports combustion. Oxygen cylinders can leak if not turned off, increasing oxygen levels in the air. Cylinders can explode, although this is rare. Oil-based creams could contaminate the medical cylinder valve surface when handling the cylinder and lead to an ignition when the valve is turned on. Smoking near an oxygen cylinder can cause a fire. Oxygen control measures. Appropriate control measures can be put in place to prevent fire. All staff managing or administering oxygen must receive further training and be signed off as competent. Cylinders not in use must be turned off and securely stored in designated storage areas and must be checked daily. Always report suspected leaks. Oxygen signs must be present wherever oxygen is used and stored. Do not use oils or grease near oxygens. And don't smoke near oxygen. Medical oxygen summary. Medical oxygen introduces an element of risk into the healthcare environment. The risk of a fire is significantly higher when oxygen is present. Correct training for staff in oxygen procedures is the key to safety. Unit completed, thank you. Now you can complete the knowledge questions referred to at the beginning of this module. Please click on Next Activity.